All right, so let's finish up this practice midterm here. So here we want to write an equation of a line that passes through each of the following pairs of points, and we're given three pairs of points here. The first one here is the hardest. So we have the point 2, 3 and the point 5, 6. So if we want to find, let's back up a little bit. Let's just remember the equation of a line in slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so remember, slope is rise over run, or if we're given points, this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? So all we have to do then is pick which point is point 1 and which point is point 2. So let's say this is point 1, this is point 2. So we have x1 is 2, y1 is 3, x2 is 5, and y2 is 6. Okay, so now all we have to do is plug those into this formula to get our slope. Okay, so we have y2 minus y1. We'll say m is equal to 6 minus 3 over x2 minus x1, 5 minus 2. So we have 6 minus 3, that's 3. 5 minus 2 is also 3, or just our slope is 1. So we know that our line is of the form y equals x plus b, where the 1 is just implied. Okay, so now what we have to do is pick our favorite point here. Let's say the point 2, 3, and we'll plug this in for x and y to find out what b is. So we have y, which is 3, is equal to 2 plus b, so minus 2, and we'll get b is equal to 1. So therefore, the equation of our line is y equals x plus 1. Here, this is really quite simple. And this just comes from making an observation really quickly. So what we notice here is each of these have the same x value. Okay, so each of these have the same x value. But I'm going to go through this as if it was not something that was noticed. So maybe you didn't quite notice that these both have the same x value. So here we can have slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is point 1, this is point 2. So our y2 is going to be 9, and our y1 is going to be um, 6. So we'll have 9 minus 6 over x2 minus x1, so 1 minus 1, or 3 over 0, which you can't do that. Therefore, that means our slope is undefined. Okay, and remember we said any line that had an undefined slope is a vertical line. Okay, and if it's a vertical line, all you have to do is look at what the x value is, and that's the equation for your line. So here we have x equals 1 for both of these. So the equation for our line is x equals 1. Okay, let's take a look at this one. We have 2, 5, and 8, 5. Again, you could notice that you just have y values, so you know it's going to end up being y equals something for your line. But let's again say you didn't notice that. Let's say we have slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is point 1, this is point 2. So we could have 5 minus 5 over 8 minus 2, or 0 over 6, which is just 0. And remember, any line that has a slope of 0 means it's not going up and it's not going down. Therefore, we have that implies a horizontal line. Okay, and that means it's y equals something. And if it's y equals something, it has to be what the y values are here. So we have y equals 5 as the equation for our line. Okay, so now we have the last question here. We're going to consider a line y equals negative 9 over 7x plus 2. So the first thing we want to do is find an equation of a line which is parallel to the given line and passes through the point negative 9, negative 4. Okay, so a line that is parallel is going to have the same slope. So here we'll note that m is equal to negative 9 over 7. Therefore, this line is going to be of the form y equals mx plus b, or in this case, negative 9 over 7 plus b. Sorry, not 9 over 7x plus b. Okay, so if it's y equals 9 over 7x plus b, all we have to do is plug in the values of this point here to find out what b is going to be, and we'll have the equation for our line. So y equals negative 9 over 7x plus b will give us negative 4 is equal to negative 9 over 7 times negative 9 plus b. Okay, and here let's simplify this. We have negative 9 times negative 9, that's positive 81. So we have negative 4 equals 81 over 7 plus b. Okay, so we can take 81 over 7 away. And we'll get b is equal to negative 4 minus 81 over 7. So let's write negative 4 as if it was a fraction with a denominator of 7. So this is really negative 28 over 7 minus 81 over 7. Okay, negative 28 minus 81 is going to be negative 109 over 7. So that's our b value. Okay, so we know that our line will be y equals negative 9 over 7x minus 109 over 7. Okay, lastly, we want to find an equation of a line which is perpendicular to the given line, which passes through the same point again, negative 9, negative 4. So if a line is perpendicular, it's going to be of the form y equals negative 1 over mx plus b. Or we can just flip the slope and make it negative, okay? So that means this line is going to be the form y equals negative, if we make it negative, that'll make it a positive 7 over 9 x plus b. I mean, now all we do is the exact same thing we did last time. We plug in this point to find out what we get, okay? So we'll have negative 4 is equal to 7 over 9 times negative 9 plus b, okay? The negative 9, or the 9 is cancel here, so this is really negative 4 is equal to negative 7 plus b. We can add 7, and we'll get 3 is equal to b. So that means that this line is going to have the form y equals 7 over 9x plus 3. And there we go. That should be a quick review of a lot of the stuff we've covered, and also just a good overview for the midterm. Hopefully this is some help. I will say that the midterm should look quite a bit like this. Maybe some ever so slight differences, but if you feel good about this, then I would expect to do well on the midterm. All right, well, I look forward to seeing all of you. And starting tomorrow, maybe even later today, expect your normal lecture videos again. But I'm probably going to extend this week's homework a couple of days, just so that you have some more time to focus on studying for the midterm rather than trying to cram in all the extra homework. So, thanks for tuning in, and have a good one.